Alright there, my name's Ragtag, the greatest gutter tier gamer on the face of this earth, and today Apex Legends just dropped the Season 10 launch trailer, which I'm going to give you my thoughts on now, and then after that, I'll hit you with another beautiful tale of my solo queue adventures, and this one is particularly disgusting in terms of turns of events, but we'll come to that later. First up, the trailer for Emergence. It was absolutely epic in every way, and it actually caught me off guard in a way that I didn't expect right from the get-go. You get a little hint into Mirage's youth, and Seer talks about how a young boy was rocked by tragedy and transformed his pain and defied reality, and I don't know, it just smashed me right in the feels because it felt like the curse of the comedian is going on here, where you've got a suffering soul clowning around trying to cheer everyone else up because deep down they've gone through unimaginable suffering. And then Seer goes on to describe Bloodhound and Loba before walking up to Revenant and showing him his micro drones, and these are going to be central to his kit. I think this is an awesome concept, and they fly out from his chest and whatnot. That's the teaser you've been seeing, that little vessel or whatever it is. Next up, I knew that World's Edge was going to be going through some changes, as we have been feeling the tunnels rumbling and whatnot before you get into the lobby, and it turned out in the trailer there's a big avalanche among other things, you know, just shaking up the map, and we get a nice little battle going, and I think there's a new area that looks like, I don't actually know, is that near Harvester or Thermal Station? Something like that. We got train carts on zip lines overlooking a sea of lava. I think that's going to be absolute chaos to play around, and quite frankly, I cannot wait. Also born from the lava seems to be the bullets of the, is that the new LMG, the Rampage, I think? Hopefully you can just dip it in there and reload, because that's how it works, right? Anyway, we get to see Seer's ultimate after that, which is like a sphere of the micro drones that becomes like a giant detector of enemies. We also found out from the devs after the trailer that Seer is going to have his own heartbeat detector while aiming down sights, and then if he goes on to detect someone, he can throw out the drones as part of his tactical and tracking nearby enemies. I absolutely love this, but at the same time, it terrifies me, so the chances of me becoming a Seer main, they've just risen to 100%, and most importantly, by the way, in this trailer, Revenant gets kicked in the face. Something else that our boy Chad mentioned was that Seer is going to be detecting enemies depending on how fast they're moving, so I can see some skulking about, and yeah, interesting about Revenant because he actually moves faster while he crouches, so I wonder how that's going to be. Anyway, my reaction to this trailer is I am hyped beyond belief because we've just had a snippet now of how this legend is going to change the landscape. The map is hopefully changed like it was in the trailer and in other places as well, and yeah, I think it looks awesome. Let me know in the comments what you think as well. Alright, well, now that we've reacted to the Season 10 launch stuff, let's go and get wrecked in trios, and I use that word loosely because our team started off with two of us in Hammond Labs and the third above Waterfall, which was unfortunate because we landed right on top of another squad. That's your punch out karma, pal. As Gibby went down, I wondered if I had time to stop him getting thirsted, lest he lose his patience and leave. But Gibraltars tend not to leave games anyway, so I took the time to at least get one cell going. They thirsted him anyway, but I would avenge my comrade, then retrieve his bat. Oh, well, I did say I used the word trios loosely. That Bangalore was hurt, but storming in there wasn't exactly going to be easy.
Radar shows we're not all in the ring.
We've got another squad on us, darling. Grenade!
Third party, but I still wanted my vengeance for Gibraltar. But the consequence of running around with the red stuff leaking out and no shields for me dimmed my need for revenge. Besides, I heard the sounds of an Octane and he was definitely gaining on me. Almost made it to the door. If we could just... No. And it seemed a little bit personal for the fast boy. But Valkyrie clutched and we made our way through the empty labs, with me deciding that any two will do for my loadout. Pretty much the first two I picked up. The loot gods, they gave me 2 energy weapons, and that's what I'd be sticking with no matter what. Also, the chances of winning a trio lobby as a duo at this point only meant that big brain plays would get us close to the end game. Then the faint sounds of a resurrection ship caught my attention.
Oh my, an enemy. Half the squads are gone already. Fantastic. Eyes sharp. The ring's near and closing in 30. down. Unleashing my singularity. Reloading. And that was the last one.
The participants dwindled quickly in this round, but with me as kill leader, I felt confident that we weren't exactly about to bump into an ALGS finalist. However, an average skilled squad at full strength had just as much
Enemy
chance of
rather
taking
close.
down the gutter tier. I thought I spied someone, but without a sight, my courage wavered.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Then it was time for another of my big brain plays.
Bash yourself. Here's a pick-me-up.
Some of you might be thinking that I missed the top of that wall and it was poorly timed. Yeah, but maybe that's exactly what I wanted to do. Do you think about that? The enemies will all be looking up like they're about to dodge pigeon poo while we camouflage ourselves into the spinning fans of turbine, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, which is when they run out of grenades or we just get bored. But it turned out our enemies had rotated. Yeah, rotated right behind us, actually.
There's a new kill leader out there.
I feel like I need to keep a lookout here.
And up.
Recharging shield.
I
Singularity.
threw my ultimate with all the rampage a scientist could muster, and I think we probably threw it too far, to be fair, but that was okay. Because you get me close enough with the Volt, and I'll slice my enemies in half. Yeah, I meant the Havoc, the Volt sucks.
Spam bots are shooting at me. Up and away, Newty. Reloading. Enemy down. Shooting at me. Reloading. Enemy removed.
Back up again.
Reload. The ring's closed.
Under fire.
Recharging.
Now look at all those shield swaps. Am I really going to waste the battery without checking? Ha ha! Who do you think you were watching? Some noob? Please. I'll happily downgrade a purple, then get a bit of loot, and yeah, of course, we'll get third-partied.
45 to go. Fortunately, radar shows the ring's close.
If that was a full squad chasing us right now, we were dead. A Phoenix
I'm
kit
using a Phoenix
might have
kit
bought
now.
us the time we needed, but we'd have to survive long enough to use it. Sadly, Valkyrie did not. And while luck hadn't been on our side so far, finally, fate smiled a cheeky little winking grin and our third-party attackers became third-partied. Time for a rescue mission.
Got our pal's banner. Anyone need a pick-me-up?
As I approached the beacon, another team landed. Well, at least I now know why fate was winking. It was like, hey, don't worry, Ragtag, you're still gonna get yours. Okay, fine, I thought. Well, how about I just res out in the open? They'll never even notice that. You're not gonna shoot me, you won't. I know you won't. Okay, they did.
Shields
And it turned out
recharging.
this caustic was pretty good. Strangely though, there was no push, and I had the time I needed to heal back up. Then I realised why. Caustic rezzed his fallen team.
Shields recharging.
Gibraltar's ultimate signalled the beginning of something bigger. Perhaps I had time to return Valkyrie to the fight after all.
Care package over there.
Even though I pinged that care package, I was very much considering taking the contents for myself when I realised how low the energy ammo situation was.
Not
Valk back in play, 2 teams in combat. I felt it was safe to start annoying them, at least until my squad mate joined the fray.
The ring's closing and we ain't in it. I grenade out. Eyes to the sky. Pull on the trigger. Got him. Reloading. How about a wee pick-me-up? Wanna see my singularity? Enemy down. Shooting at me.
If only I checked the ring. Another death due to my senseless decision making. But that's what teammates are for, to drag you across the finish line when you are incapable of managing an armor swap in less than 2 years that gets you baked in Watson's giant microwave oven. Anyway, Season 10 looking like it's gonna blow the roof off this time, guys. I'm super excited to get my hands on Seer, the Rampage LMG, and all the other good stuff. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Later.